Okay, I started.
Okay. To cut out a little bit of it. All right. Welcome to the presentation. It's on hallucinogens. My name is Stephen Osborne. This is Carter Batchelder. Of hour 3, English, or no. Health class. Okay.
Okay, background information. So they come from plants, and two of those plants are cactus called a peyote and certain mushrooms that they call magic mushrooms. And they are mostly found in subtropical and tropical areas like South America, Mexico, and the U.S. There actually are benefits for using them, and since they do like crazy things in your mind and make you see so many things, they like make you more creative. And they have also helped people with drinking problems. I don't know much about that because the website didn't talk much about it, but it solved like 5% of drinking problems when tried. And there are multiple ways of taking them, like pills, mushrooms, paper slips, powder, and drops.
Okay, so the short-term effects. So when you take it, and whatever form he just explained, it'll take about 20 to 90 minutes to take effect. It all depends on your body type and all of that, so that's what can make it dangerous because it's so random. When you take it, your mind is affected. You see, hear, and feel sensations that aren't actually real, so that's pretty scary. You can overdose, but the only way to overdose is if it's laced. So you can't overdose by taking pure LSD, but almost all of it is laced. So, but also there's something called a bad trip. When you overdose on just like the pure stuff by taking too much, and that's when you see a scary hallucinations.
Long-term effects. Visual disturbances, paranormal, mood disturbances, disorganized thinking, and memory loss. Physical health obviously gets worse because just like what it does to you and your body, and you don't know what's happening when you take it. You'll forget, like you can't control anything. It just takes over your whole body, and it will lose a lot of money. And elevated blood pressure and increased heart rate.
Okay, some of the statistics. So in Europe, as many as 4.2% of those ages 15 to 24 have taken LSD at least once. Study related to, study released in January 2008 found that about 31 million people in the U.S. ages 12 to 25 said they have used LSD. 18.6% of adults ages. Oh, I already read that one. Sorry. In 2014, there were 936,000 people ages 12 and older who had used hallucinogens, which is a big number. And SAMHSA reported that overall emergency room visits related to PCP increased by 400% between 2005 and 2011, which is a crazy statistic.
Okay. This is a pie chart we created based on who uses it and like how much. So in the top right, 12 and older was 15.5%, 12 through 17, 2.8%, 18 through 25, 17.1, 26 and older was 16.7, and the non-users are at 48.2%. This isn't good for everyone that uses it and like the world because 48.2% of the people that don't use it, like we want that number to be higher, like up in the 60s or 70s hopefully, because there are just so many people who use it because it's such an easy drug to get, kind of.
Okay, so this is our video. It's going to be about why there's some dangers of taking LSD when you're driving and other things like that.
This is going to be a real life example of it happening.
Yes.
Kind of.
Oh shoot, guys.
Oh, that, we don't watch that part anyway. Okay, so what just happened shows that it's very addictive because he stopped, but then when he got back into it, he already got addicted as he's just trying to take him from her. And this is very dangerous, especially to take on the road while you're driving, because what it does to you is make you see things. So when he's driving, he's going to see different things or think he's doing something right when he could be doing something wrong. And there's nothing the girl could really do in this situation to like try to prevent people from taking it, because like she's being like forced, because he's like grabbing it from her, he's like telling her to stop talking, and he keeps trying to grab it. And then the next part of the video is going to show what happens when he takes it.
What are you doing? You're trying. 25%. 1.2. Just pull over. I'll get a car.
Like right here, she's trying to get out of this, but she can't.
My thing I wrote down was one, easy, not easy to do dangerous or like bad or dangerous things when you're intoxicated. It causes major effects, long and short-term effects. And you can easily
Okay, so what he saw there was someone who actually wasn't there, but he thought someone was there for taking it. And like I said before, just try to get out of this situation by just throwing. Like she could have thrown it somewhere, but but yeah.
Okay, so our news story is by ABC, and it's about PCP murder. So, Aldo Rivera, he's 31 years old, and he decided to take PCP mixed with marijuana, which is called wet. And what happened was he didn't know what he was doing, and he slit the throat of his 6-year-old kid and his 12-year-old sister. The 12-year-old sister survived the slit throat, and she's in the hospital, but the 6-year-old boy did die. In court he said, how bad did I hurt them? So that means that he didn't even know what was happening when he was on the drug, which is very dangerous. So yeah.
Interesting info. Some famous people who have took this drug, well, LSD, were the Beatles, and I know you guys probably know who that is, and Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs made a weird comment, I think. He said that it was like the best decision of my life, or like a great decision I made, because it helped him realize that making products and making people happy is more important than making money. But I don't know why he said that. He says a lot of weird stuff. The street price for 1 gram is $2,500 up to $15,000, which is a lot for just a gram. And then the street price for a hit is 50 milligrams to 150 milligrams, which is $2 to $50. And people who mix marijuana with PCP together is wet, like what he talked about earlier.
Okay, so our closing arguments. So we think this is one of the most dangerous drugs because it makes things feel real that aren't even happening. It lasts up to 8 hours, so you could be not knowing what's going on for 8 whole hours, and like that guy did, he killed his own kid. So that's some crazy stuff. This photo right here shows what it might look like when you're on the drug. So you really have no clue what's going on. And there's small amounts, so if you take a lot, you could end up overdosing, having a bad trip. They could be laced to it.
And then going off that, because about small amounts, that's why the drug costs so much. Because the hit is only 50 to 150 micrograms, and that's why it was $2 to $50. But 1 gram was up to $2,000 to $15,000. So that's why it's such a big amount of money, large amount, because it's such a small drug.
Awesome.
Okay, so here are our sources.